Welcome back. Today, we're taking you deep into a country that's often in the headlines but rarely understood from the inside. That's right, we're talking about Iran. What's it really like to live there as a foreigner? From ancient cities to modern struggles, cultural depth to daily restrictions, here are 15 facts about the reality of living in Iran that you won't hear on the news. Iran is home to one of the oldest civilizations in the world. Cities like Isfahan, Shiraz, and Persepolis are filled with ancient Persian architecture, mosques, palaces, and bazaars. As a foreigner, you'll be surrounded by history. At every corner, it's breathtaking. But it's not just about sightseeing. Iranians take pride in their cultural legacy, and you'll feel that in their art, poetry, and even casual conversation. One of the first shocks for foreigners? The internet is heavily censored. YouTube, Facebook, Twitter, and many news sites are blocked. Even some messaging apps like WhatsApp can be slow or unstable. But Iranians are tech-savvy and VPNs are everywhere. Life online still goes on just behind the curtain. If you're a woman, wearing a hijab is not optional in public. That means headscarf, modest clothing, and covered arms and legs. Men, too, are expected to dress modestly, no shorts or sleeveless shirts. It can be a big adjustment, but locals will often help guide you through what's appropriate. Forget what you think you know. Iranian cuisine is incredibly diverse. From saffron rice to kebabs, stews like gourmet, sabzi and sweets like faluti, every meal is a celebration. Hospitality is huge. You'll probably be invited to someone's home for a meal within your first week. In bigger cities like Tehran, many people, especially the youth, speak some English. But outside urban areas, don't expect much. Learning a few Persian Farsi phrases goes a long way. Even just saying salam, hello, and merci, thanks, will earn smiles. Iran has strict laws on speech, media, and public behavior. Talking politics, criticizing the government, or showing public affection can lead to serious consequences even for foreigners. This doesn't mean people aren't talking privately, but in public, people are very cautious. The official currency is the rial, but locals often use toman, which is worth 10 rials. To make it more confusing, prices are often spoken in tomans, but written in rials. You'll get used to it, but the first few days, you'll feel like you're in a math class every time you shop. Tehran, the capital, is a city of over 8 million people. It's crowded, chaotic, and yes, the pollution can be rough in winter. But it's also full of cafes, malls, museums, and parks. Life here is surprisingly modern, even luxurious in some areas. Economic sanctions from the West have had a major impact. Prices fluctuate, some goods are hard to find, and inflation is a constant issue. Still, Iranians find ways to adapt. And as a foreigner, you'll experience the ripple effects, like not being able to use international credit cards. That's right, foreign cards don't work in Iran. You'll need to bring cash, usually euros or USD, and convert it locally. Or some agencies offer prepaid Iranian debit cards for foreigners. It's inconvenient but manageable once you plan for it. Despite political tensions, the Iranian people are warm, generous, and incredibly curious about foreigners. Many are eager to talk, offer help, or invite you to dinner. Don't be surprised if strangers offer tea, a ride, or even a tour of their neighborhood. Foreigners living in Iran often come for academic or religious study. Universities in Tehran, Mashhad, and Qom attract students from around the world, especially from the Middle East, Africa, and Asia. Iran is an Islamic Republic, and Islamic practices like prayer, times, fasting during Ramadan, and mosque calls are part of daily life. But you'll also meet secular Iranians, especially in urban areas, who live modern lifestyles, listen to Western music, and want reform. You won't find bars or liquor stores because alcohol is illegal. But that doesn't mean it doesn't exist. There's a thriving underground scene where people gather for private parties, brew their own drinks, and play music. Foreigners should be careful. Getting caught with alcohol is risky. Living in Iran is full of contradictions. You'll see luxury cars next to old motorbikes, strict religious laws next to private liberal lifestyles, and limited freedom paired with deep hospitality. It's not always easy, but it's always eye-opening. And most of all, it's not what you expect. In Iran, much of social life happens inside the home. From small family dinners to big celebrations. It's indoors where people feel most free, especially women. That's where the hijab comes off, music gets louder, and people truly relax. If you're invited in, consider it a real sign of trust and a chance to see the real Iran. Public transport in cities like Tehran is affordable and extensive buses, taxis, and an expanding metro system. But there's a twist: gender segregation. Women often have separate entrances, seating sections, and even entire train cars. It can feel strange at first, but locals are used to the rhythm. Under the surface, Iran has a thriving underground culture: house parties, underground concerts, art shows, and indie film circles. It's hidden, but it's alive. Foreigners who live in Iran long-term often get invited in, but discretion is everything. No matter how long you stay, living in Iran will challenge your expectations. It'll make you question stereotypes, appreciate freedom, and understand complexity in a whole new way. It's not an easy place to live, but for many, it's one they'll never forget. Thanks for sticking with us to the end. If this video gave you a new perspective on Iran or made you curious to learn more, hit that like button, drop a comment, and don't forget to subscribe for more videos just like this. We keep it real about life around the world. See you next time.